And State Liberal leader Stephen Marshall has refused to back the Prime Minister after a 6% swing to Labor in the Davenport by-election. Mr Marshall referring to the federal government's issues as he explained his party's unusually narrow victory.
You could call this the breakfast of champions, but after watching the reactions to last night's count, it's hard to tell who the real winners are.
Fantastic result for the Labor Party here in Davenport.
We're delighted with the result yesterday in Davenport.
Liberal Sam DeLuc taking the seat, but Labor taking heart from a 6% swing towards them.
The hills are alive with the sound of Labor.
The electorate held by retiring Liberal Ian Evans for more than 2 decades, now with a margin of just 2%.
Davenport used to be the jewel in the Liberal crown. It now seems to be more like cubic zirconium.
Fingers are pointing at Tony Abbott, and even Stephen Marshall is reluctant to publicly support the PM.
The federal government has got issues. It doesn't help anybody for state MPs to come into the fray.
The opposition leader insists this was a great result and reward for trumping Labor on policy.
If they had have come out and matched the Liberal Party's policy to upgrade Main Road, something that they committed to doing in 2009, they probably would have taken this seat.
If Mr Marshall's really saying that there was any opportunity they could have lost that seat, what does that say about his leadership and about the Liberal Party brand in South Australia? We're talking about a blue ribbon Liberal seat, a seat Labor's never held.
And Ben Avery is live at State Parliament. Ben, exactly how close is the result?
Well, 18,500 ballot papers have now been counted, and I can tell you that on two-party preferred, Labor's Mark Ward currently has 47.9% of the vote compared to Sam DeLuc's 52.1%. So that is a margin of just 2.1%, and that compares to the 8.1% from last year's state election. But if we look over at first preferences, the Liberals well ahead there with 45.7%, Labor with 34%, and Jody Moat from the Greens well ahead of the other minor parties. But there are still 2,000 early and postal votes to be counted, but we're not expecting those to have any great bearing on the final result.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ben Avery there.